It's time for the extra case, or bonus case, whatever you want to call it. The one that got added upon the game got ported to the DS. I'm not sure if this was long or not. I don't really remember that. But if you know, you know. If you know, you know. So yeah, there are some mechanics here that I think require a mouse. I'm not sure if there's also a microphone thingy. God, I hope not. And yeah, the graphics are more 3D-ish with some things like this. A murder might be occurring right now. That goddamn thing. That goddamn thing. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had office, but not a joke. That is, until the day that girl showed up. February 22nd, 10:02 AM. Wright to call offices. Why do I come into the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally. Where have you been? My sister's trial's tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am, it only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Oh, no, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. So you are. The coffee boy. I'm Phoenix Wright, the defense attorney. Right. Wait. You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edward murder case? And that's what it's called now. Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edward who was murdered, though. That's a relief then, you're better than nobody. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you have to try elsewhere. Please, I'm out of time. But, please, you have to help. It's my sister. Maya? Could it be? A little bit of deja vu. Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? What's going on here? Looks like it's cleaning day again at the hotel across the way. I heard you're planning a second branch inside the city. Egads, the bellboy was staring right at me. Mia's playing Charlie. She's taking care of him in Maya's absence. There's a poster of the Steel Samurai on the wall. Maya stuck it up there on the day she left. I didn't have the heart to take it down. I do sometimes get strange look from clients though. Difficult looking legal book standing for Middleborough Road, they mock me. I tried reading one and it made my head hurt. When I closed it, it slipped out of my hand, then my foot hurt too. Mia's desk, sit there even less now that I've stopped taking cases. I ought to do at least, dust it off once in a while. Just those badges on your shirt. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy, or maybe just young. Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to the forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you could call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age no less. Great, and all a future professional in training. So, what's this about the case? You said the trial's tomorrow? The trial's tomorrow. God damn it, here we go again. My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So, it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness? Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia a favor. That's interesting. How would you know Mia? So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, Alf, you know. Still, it's good to have a goal. Albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can falter for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess you should go down to the detention center and talk to his sister. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I needed a defense attorney. And well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia's a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. February 22nd, detention center, visitor's room. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. Just got quiet all of a sudden as soon as you arrived. God, I thought I told you I didn't want any visitors. Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want to raise this year, Understood, ma'am. What is it all about? Hi, Lana. It's funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you to not come here. And perhaps my memory is failing. Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and we still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. Your prosecutor? Two sisters, one a liar. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like... Something wrong, Mr. Wright. How's the guard doing? Scott monitors the visitor's room. He's frozen in fear of the fridge of Miss Lana. I'm feeling a bit chilly myself. Smile for the camera. Smiling for the webcam, not like you can see that. There's something you should know from the start. Which is, the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Wait, but the suspect is... me. I did it. Well, Mr. White. Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. It's quite specific. It was in a witness's deposition. The witness clearly saw me committing the crime. This is a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk? Classy. I was arrested on the spot, got red-handed as it were. Well, that's just great. So, who was the victim? An investigator at the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means... Oh no, Gumshoe got stabbed. The police department will consider it a matter of pride if we found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So you're the chief prosecutor? That's correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do their job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. In fact, it seems impossible you would. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, it is? No, I got myself by accident when I stabbed him, it is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. I was supposed to defend this. Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of me, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her. Never told you that too, didn't she? Well, why not? I dragged him here all the way from his office. Although it seems there's very little in common with Mia. Hey, it was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lana was top of her class in school. Sure about that. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. Sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright. Excuse me. As you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say, there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana. Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana, I know. So, how can you say that you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright. Yes. I believe the discussion here is ended. The rest? I'll leave to you. Do you mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana's confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. It's the look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here. And I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. About what? My sister. Which isn't always like that, you know. Which is never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know if I said it myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something that defies the simplest scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. Give me a second, chat. Anything else? Okay. Alright. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. If I did my first visit to the prosecutor's office, it should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work. Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they're going to be my co-workers 3 years from now, after all. No, I was saying hello. Actually, there is. You know, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying not to stand out too much here, you see. Hey there! Expecting to go unnoticed there, partner. Oh boy, there he is. A partner? What do we have here? Looks like a Bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall. Howdy. Marshall looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina, I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? You know, I'd give him a Western accent if I could consistently keep it up. This is our claim, our territory, with a monoload of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with us, then you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams are you know what dreams the character out in you know what dreams the character out in a desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? We head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Was that hombre a friend of yours? Kind of, sort of. Yeah, he's a detective. Who thinks he's a chef from the Wild West, it seems. Well, this is suspicious. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer. Hey, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Followed well found at the crime scene. There seems to be something inside. I'm called to duty already. I'm not my underage. Hey, I'll teach you the trick of examining evidence in detail, okay? And by the way, your eyes are sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay, now. Look at the court record. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now let's start examining from every angle. Oh boy. Yeah. Funny DS mechanics. Oh look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out at the press of the enter. Not even using a keyboard for this. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. Yeah, that I do know. See, well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess, though, we don't see what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID added. Or that ID number is going to be important, isn't it? Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I gotta be on my toes from now on. This is where the cars leave the lot. Yeah, when the crowd makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Oh, maybe it's both, kind of a dual purpose. Ah! Theory of relativity. What? Huh? I've got to write this down. Ah, hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know, was Mr. Relatively German, or was he British? Mr. Relatively? Relativity. Are you sure that was his name? Look, a stylish glass walls room, very nice. You can see the whole parking lot from in here. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe? Huh? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. I hate to break into it, but I think that's probably just a security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad you don't have tests for common sense. This is the Ace Attorney universe. There is no common sense here. Come on now. Oh, there was more. Aha, a ladder. It's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. And this all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Look, a door. This must mean something. I'm not sure the doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff you don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone is broken. Chad, it's a vent. Not like the vent does much. As well as in our way. It's called a faucet for water. Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. Failed to see how it makes any difference either way. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy, can't even budge it. The drum over here is on the side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in there and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. Right. It's Mario. There we go. There we go. Hold on a second. Okay. What's going on here? What's the phone? Now, no time to waste, let's get a different clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. The sheriff. Like I said before, this is our claim. You'd best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Scary. Could you just tell us one thing? What was that car? Well, well. The little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know which why is that red Mustang with a body in a saddle, eh? Please. No problem, partner. About time for vittles anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prosecutor's office. Might just find you a curvessa you like. Prosecutor's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for what matter? Look to south. Look up Vittles, Saloon, and Curvessa. Maybe we should check out room 1202, Wright Prosecutor's office. Let's kick a sheriff. Hello, Zeza. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, just keep your paws off a claim. Right, great. Great, maybe there's some clues around it, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me? Are you two all set? Yes? Why does she have a sausage as a necklace? Like one of those squid sausages you see in anime. Like why? What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene. No, she also has a band of rice balls on her hat. I guess this does check out. Hello, half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some cringy goodness coming at you. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance. Especially passerbys. How are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Now that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even in my days, I was the cough-up queen are over. Cough-up? Huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned through my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you're a slow one, aren't you? I'm the witness. I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of the detective. What? I mean, this clearly saw me committing the crime. I might have to close the blinds in a bit. Because it's been dark the entire time and now the sun comes through. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, Scuff Up Queen, tell us what happened. Her name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Well, before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Oh boy, it's another one of these. Yes, ma'am. Yipes, she means it. I want to examine more. And I'm really not allowed to examine that car. Damn. Alright, what do you want? Somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know the daily special on Friday every week is Salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know that. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity. The evil ones? Prosecutors! They have no qualms at all about blackening in the name of blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors for the farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. I was always compelled to lace our lunch with something foul. You have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something. Or is there some kind of scientific evidence for this evil? Young miss? Don't mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the Coffin Queen. You. The most heinous of all of the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. None of these characters can be normal in this universe, can they? Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Starr? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. You see, Lena Sky wielded a knife so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut to strings rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lena Sky's knife. Wait a second, you know Lena Sky? Of course. It's quite a feat, becoming chief prosecutor. How many of those boxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now, how would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? I don't know, a bit of classmate or some shit like that. Could we ask a bit about yourself, Miss Starr? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and the best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Now to make the lunches here rather than import them. Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The power of the bento? The kind you can only tell if someone has tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set. Never mind, you win. I don't even want to appreciate part of a Trilobite's flavor. Isn't that just a fossil? Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. And your boyfriend? See the security room over there? I almost said secretary room. What the fuck? The glass walled booth. I'll sell more lunches then, since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Starr, are a lunch fan with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis, not. And did you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Starr? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Alright. Kind of like a 10-day-old Clemson chowder. Because one of Miss Starr was involved in some sort of legal trouble in her past. That'd be a sure case of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking Coffin Queen. I thought you was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. I don't like it yet. I don't like her. About this card. Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card, it's an ID card and belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady, why? It's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. I do always feel like I'm being mocked. Oh damn, I can rotate this thing. So this is what the back of the badge looks like. I always thought it had a safety pin. Each badge has a number carved into it. That's how you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you couldn't lend your bet to anyone? No, it'd be found out right away. Well, that's not fun. Why is there a screw on the bottom of this thing? Oh, never mind. Didn't want to do that anyway. A defense attorney must be able to fight. How about you? You think you can win? How about tackling Lunchland's Pickle Supreme lunchbox? Oh, it's really crunchy. A box of pickles? It's kind of a sound lunch if you ask me. No, I can't. I really can't move to. No, I really can't move to the other side. All right. Oh no. Chat, why is there still samurai in the back there? We're never going to escape this fucking thing, are we? February 22nd. High Prosecutor's Office. Yeah, I wonder whom this is, huh? This screams the room. This is the kind of room that screams. Just screams I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Hey, look, there's a trophy or something there. A trophy? What, a shield? Takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whatever's offices is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Mm-hmm. Phoenix Wright? You never tire of prying in other people's business, do you? And that voice. Oh, it's not like the clothes on the wall give it away, come on now. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! No, Mr. Edgeworth! You know him from somewhere. Of course! I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once, and... Right, his sister is the chief prosecutor after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? No. That's just Mr. Wright here, Hey, don't blame me. I just did investigate a murder case. Murder? The body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. Hmm? Hello there. That would be my car, what of it? What? Your car? I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream. Alright. Why does he frame his own clothes? Like, why? Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind it why it's in the frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. Just getting way too excited about this. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? There's a big K on it. Mumbles. Mumbles of prosecutors. Huh? What is that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send the shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So? So that K, that's... K stands for king? Yeah, you got a problem with that. I didn't design the thing! King of Prosecutors, kind of like employee of the month, only better. Given to Edgeworth, King of the Prosecutors at the PD on the murder. The police department. Edgeworth, what is this thing doing here? My, what an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth, oh. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Oh no. Old Bag gave this to him? Oh no. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Oh, I want one. Hmm? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy. Wendy? Is she Mr. Ashworth's fiancé? No, not really. No, I don't think so. Don't worry about it. I'm sure Ashworth is very happy with that. Oh, cute, what a pretty tea set. I go more for instant tea bags myself. Amazing, the drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend with an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Tea is fine, I like tea. Oh, these are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. There must have someone get them for him. On the foot, Old Back is certainly someone. Like I know she shows up at some point in the series, but I hope not to run into her anytime soon. Strange, why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? He studied this case report so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on a ladder. Hey, chessboard. I'm not up on my chest, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Hmm? Those horses are mounted knights. The swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Redford must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges. Surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. Is it really? Is it really? A work desk. It's quite tidy as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. Don't just what is it with all your assistants wanting to steal shit? Like first Maya, now her. Mr. Edward has such a comfy sofa. Sofa like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. I bet he paws over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edward working. I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheek from the seams. He seems so cool. Oh, but he's so cool. Sofa hair's cool? Why is this thing... So that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh? Well done, Edward. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors. Congratulations, King of Prosecutors. Please stop saying that. Oh, he's embarrassed. Still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of this shield broken off? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Hey, check it out! There's a metal plate here. Looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Whoa, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner. Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. Don't you say, his name does have kind of a ring to it. It's like nothing else to investigate here? No. Much rolling the badge at the bottom. Alright, Edgeworth, time to have a chat, I guess. So, the body was found in your car? Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all the trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no. She didn't do that. I mean... Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir, I'm a Sky. It's nice to meet you again. That didn't sound forced at all. Oh, no, remember, you've really grown. I'll admit it, that was a surprise for me too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, what did she say? Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle that I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time under around rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimonies, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say that I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuses to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. Man, you look so sad. Oh no. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? The bronze shield? There's got to be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Sky, yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago, and I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife is a murder weapon? To be specific, it was a knife I keep in a toolbox in the trunk of my car. The murder weapon, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox. Traces of victim's blood, no print. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can't you take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. This maybe? Say, Edward, I was wondering about this. Mr. White? Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing it to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, well, he'd take it for sure, won't he? I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty. If she sighs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. Just check the knife, I guess. Yeah, sure is a knife. Supposed to be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edward cuts himself peeling an apple. What's Edward doing with a knife like this anyway? I like how it's even just like in his color, you know? Like the same color as the jacket he's wearing. Very specific. Hey, maybe he spends weekends roughing it out in the wild. Mr. Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoors man. Now there's a scary thought. Yeah, there's nothing else to really investigate here. So basically you just say you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive a travesty. Huh? Why is that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. Police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah, a few times even. I was wondering about that shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. Yeah, we're going to find all the part of the shield someplace, aren't we? No, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him about yesterday. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? We're working with the police department. We sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. The wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. It was an annual review and it was for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield. It was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Archer pride ourselves on our position, Mr. Wright. No, I place a little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Parking ticket. Edward's parking stub added to the court record. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. Not right. I'd appreciate it if you just direct a suspicious glare elsewhere. No. This guy, right. Excuse me, but Mr. Edward, anyone on the premises? I'm Edgeworth, what is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir. The name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edward to lid blow. Mr. Edward's lid isn't very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with us, sir. Give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that race next month. but sir, no, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day that they gave him out brains and good luck. Yikes. Right. Yes, sir. You caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Well, let's do what he says, right? The victim is a detective from the same department as that blood patrolman just now. Go to the police department, and you can ask more there. Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down at least. I'm gonna check this. We can do something on it though. No. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the date of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edward parked his car. If only he was held up with a couple extra red lights. He wouldn't have me caught up in his whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show that you never know what happened when you run a yellow light. And maybe the guy was already in the car. Who knows? Actually, do you have anything else? Before I leave? Could you take a look at this? You! Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. She didn't even look at me. You must have brewed the leaves for a long time to get rich flavor like this. We pre-infused the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it, so that's the secret to the aroma. Exquisite. The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Alright. Oh no, Chad, there he is. The creature. February 22nd, Police Department entrance. Phew, we're finally here. Why would you put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? It beats me, it took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to the criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Oh no, there's the music. Disturbing! Why does it undulate like that? Oh wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Well, Mr. White, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar, somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's there next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal! What are you doing here? Hold on a second, chat. I've got one of them bots again. Account from December 2015. Why was there a delay on me pressing ban? Not like that. Hey, pal, what were you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least it doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know that I'm a very busy man, pal. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend a suspect in this case. Why not? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned a detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence is faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's the last guy's sister. Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister. Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. It's just a sensitive issue with us these days. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean this time? I mean, you're always doing something bad. Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. You've never heard the chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is a chief of detectives. They're not letting anyone of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So, anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall. Now that I think about it, I did seem to know this Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. I was wondering about that. What? The Dancing Blue Badger? That's my masterpiece! Chet, you better get used to this goddamn music. You made this, Detective Gumshoe. The chief threw together some designs and adjusted my own thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until dances until the batteries die. Poor Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops. A work of art designed by the chief of detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe. I can't really investigate this thing. The usual wanted posters hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial line 11. You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who look like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. The detectives in there are looking pretty busy. Just imagine right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Someone adult fails to excite me. Look, the patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that and your soup will go cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. Because he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? It's also a good question. I have no idea why those are supposed to be black and white. As a matter of fact, in other countries they're different colors. The Dutch ones have like white, red, blue on it, and the German ones are like dark blue with like very bright yellow on it. I think I'm missing a color, but I haven't really seen much police cars in Germany as of yet. No idea why. Well, I think they're designed after a panda. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof. It's just a theory. Just a theory. Just a game theory. Do you mind me asking how I came up with the theory? It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. You've just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? That's a good point. A zebra would make more sense because zebras have to go can't run fast and stuff. The banner here is announcing the crime fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprint sets. I don't think it's that kind of campaign. My family wouldn't want to set it home. It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar. I think most families can figure it out without the extra help. Can they though? I always get excited when I come to a police station. Why is that? It just feels like I've jumped into a movie. You know, with all the police and criminals. Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is! Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. They're always talking about the weather. Nothing else on you? Detective Gumshoe, can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it in at the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa, no, remember. Bruce Goodman. He's a victim. God damn it, Gumshoe. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? Specific on butcher things. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edward got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal! I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edward for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Found in Mr. Edward's car, stabbed with Mr. Edward's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor's car to do such a thing? I didn't mean... I mean, of course! Sure, someone else really did it. Someone must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have ever happened? I have to find out a little bit more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Yeah, okay, same thing. So, this ID card belonged to the victim. He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transfer for a case handled 2 years ago. Evidence transfer. Mr. Wright mentioned it too. 2 years ago. But Detective Goodman was the guy who was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but... where does the chief prosecutor's guy call him out there to the parking lot? Announce confessing as much. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Well, I mean... that obviously. Well, it all started with the murder of the defense attorney, Hammett. But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there was always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, practically shouting. But there was no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had an unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea that he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People saying that the only reason that he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Wright is biting the bolt on this one. He's doing this all for us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not official in the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy with, what was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. From a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show him this and I'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Received from Detective Gumshoe allows the bearer to investigate the crime scene. Maybe. That's crossed out there. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal. $20, but, I can't really make much else of that. I'm something. Hey, look there! It looks like something's been crossed out. Maybe there's a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe. Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. If that is your yearly bonus for working at the police force, that's not a lot of money. That's a pretty bad bonus. I think a couple of zeros are missing. No, that sounds about right. At least in that detective's case. Oof. Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator. Poor Gumshoe. Alright. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, it looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. See you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, I see what's going on. Oh, we're still here. Ah, hello. Why are you surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost his herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. There's something I wanted to ask you. Scene of the crime? Recall the grateful men who've lost their dreams. And me? I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep. Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? Something I wanted to ask you. Scene of the crime. Okay. This is the wrong menu. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you. Fan letters to me go right to the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. Maybe investigate. Gumshoe? Oh, that old cow dog? You holding a birthday party or something? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. I think you just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Guess I'll better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. No, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me... Hey, wait a sec. Isn't the crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or a higher-up? Well, folks, clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Look to south. Police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. So we're in Texas? Might as well be. So does he want to talk now? Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men is always die young, remember that, partner. Could you be a little bit more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stepped here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means a witness, Miss Angel saw. One step to the chest, a fine piece of work. Hey, this here's the autopsy report. Death due to blood loss, one knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Yeah, that pretty much settles that he got stabbed somewhere else and he got like put in the car. People trying to free my truth again, I guess. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there is no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the Chief Prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot. So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shooter at high noon. God damn it. That just makes me think of Overwatch again. Get out of here, McQueen. I don't mean any offense, but... Officer Marshall, you are a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You call me out, they shoot you for that in Texas. Well, we're not in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how come you can be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with an Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of a cattle run by order of the chief police. Just he don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? Fine, I'll just present him shit, I guess. Alright, compadre, count to 3. Huh? You're gonna do that if you're going to draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Remind me to never visit Texas. Name of deceased, Bruce Goodman, 36, male, date and time of death, February 21st, between 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood from a chest wound. Assessment, wound was caused by a 4 or 5 inch knife. Single stab wound was found. You know this thing? No. Ah, a toy shield suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe? Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Let me guess. Did it have a king for detectives on it? Yeah, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self, the prosecutor's office and the criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap. You know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. I guess they're running out of government funding, don't worry about it. It happens to the best of us. What's that? Some sort of police passport? This is Detective Goodman's ID card, strangely enough. We found it at a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance in this rat hole? If you want distance, get yourself to Texas. Texas. This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre? Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. This is making me laugh. There's no better way to study than hang out with the pros. This? Maybe? 5:12 PM. The prosecutor's bright red steed came out at a trot, real slow like. A trot? Mama Donald tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prosecutor was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for a prince to ride in on his bright red horse. So what do you mean is... the killer intended to use Edward's car all along? Alright. Let's actually investigate some stuff here. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest it belonged to the victim. Can't think of anyone else it would belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Check it out. Right. Let's check it out. Oh, this goes automatic? Oh. Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different taste, you know. Yeah, check out mine. It's a pink princess stamp. Dollar comes back. These are hard to come by, you know. I see the series is as popular as ever with the kids. Chat, remember flip phones? Flip phones were cool. The phone's still on a redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright. Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You should just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know things about redial, like redial. You had a Motorola flip phone? I had a red one. I don't remember the brand anymore though. The thing is, I didn't have it for a long time, because for the longest time I had that stupid Nokia phone, because my dad was too cheap to get me like another phone. And then I got like this little red flip phone hand me down from him. Which I only used for like... man, maybe one year or something like that. And then my mom was like, here, you're getting a smartphone because you're moving out now. And this was like, what, 10 years ago. So yeah, I don't really have a smartphone for all that long, all things considered. And I didn't really have a flip phone or like any modern phone for a long time either. Just because I was stuck with that stupid brick Nokia phone. To be fair, I didn't use it much anyway, but hey. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It just... you never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's check this phone out. Now to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes a button. God damn it. It's a fucking still samurai again. Oh. Hey, that song, I know that. Hey, what's going on over there? Beep. Oh, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What? It's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No ID. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ring tunes. Oh, that? Oh. Sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. The wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Property of Lena's car. Last call was made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. It was 3 minutes after the murder. This rope, is it? Yep. They laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait. The victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person that would come to that conclusion. What if you tape a knife to the top of the trunk? Just like put the body in there. Also, I'm surprised this doesn't slip out. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car, it just screams I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. Goddamn Ashworth with all his money. A block. This area is preserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B blocks. I dreamt of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to the B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. Hamburgers, you say? B block is through here. Is where the visitors park. You can see the Lynchland car from over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy looking steak. That's cannibalism. Doesn't it strike you as a little creepy? Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Just like the cow in Mario Kart, just like eating the hamburger. Don't worry, it's all fine. Something really else to investigate here though. Oh, well, the trunk I guess. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. 6:15, 12:2. Look, something is written on it. You're right, let's see. 6, 7S, 12:2. If you turn it around... no, it doesn't make much sense. There's a name printed on the paper above that, Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgewood, not Wright. I'm sure Edgewood wouldn't know what is meant either. Goodman's note added to the court record. Oh, I can't interact with this whatsoever. Alright. Oh well, he's gone now. Oh wait, he's still there. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prosecutor tomorrow is none other than Edgewood himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina. How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... something between this cop and his sister that I don't know about. I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's a dry wind that's blowing through the prosecutor's office. Dry wind or ill will. Someone is up to something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edward have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable it is until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is anything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edward through their source, you'll find one person. But you're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Whoa. Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Mabina. Chief Prosecutor Lena Sky. What? My sister? Edward couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, and some people load them in deals. What, you saying that Edward was making deals from trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everybody knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taking up the case? Did he target him because he was closer to Edgeworth? So, well, how we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we got some clues, and we have an autopsy report and a note from a victim in a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lena's confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not a criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma. Yes? I know that song that I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's a Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me about, can you tell me what you talked about? I hung up right away. I see. Cell phone updated in the court record. A detective was murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. To be continued? To be continued. I'll probably get to the end of the second investigation. Because once again, I'm not sure how long this is. Oh, I guess it's about as long as the previous one. I don't remember. February 22nd, 9:34 AM, District Court. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of grey areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big grey area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. God believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to the trial because he is suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a little of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is? You're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. The first trial without a Faye helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I'll have to discover the truth all by myself. Oh boy. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Great. I'm stuck with her. February 23rd, 10 AM, District Court, courtroom number 9. Number 9? Damn, there's a lot of courtrooms here. And they all look identical. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since this trial. One semi-useless girl for another, nothing's changed. Not really, no. I hope that personal... I mean, we did lose our spirit medium, I guess, so that doesn't help. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment is to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lena Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Whoa, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution calls it the first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen. Hmm? Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered a caviar lunch, right? Ho, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a fiesta ball. Thanks. Will the witness state their name and profession? Ah, and you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor. How does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is this what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. Huh? What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator at the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Star was a detective? Aha! I know who you are! Cough up. Cough up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well, you may continue with the description, Miss Star. Why is he so startled? Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. Parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. Block A is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking a prosecutor's spaces, yes? The crime took place by the car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with a knife and meant to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. The parking lot with Edgeworth's car. Alright. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright. I can agree on principle, Your Honor. Seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope you have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they really talking about me? Somehow I always knew that a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my final young detective's intermission at work. Through the wire fence I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. And then she twisted the pointed tip of the knife into Detective Guzman's chest. Is Edward going to comment on the garage car? Bringing the lunchbox to your boyfriend, how touching. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. Smell your flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Just quoting Monty Python now, alright. Very well, Mr. Wife, you may cross-examine the witness. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they're used to erasing inconvenient evidence at our whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Star, do you have some personal grudge against prosecutors? I felt that I'd found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I'd been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. You may continue, Miss Taro. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbook to my boyfriend. This boyfriend, he's a detective. Not that boyfriend, a security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Hello, Fluff. Boyfriend, girlfriend, best friend. There's no ends. Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Can't you join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. Oh no. Security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, you did bring your lunchboxes by. Did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. When I sense something, perhaps it was my finally own detective's intuition. Go on, seen Angel. There's probably more options than yet another boyfriend open, I imagine. You sensed something, so you're saying that you had the premonition of the murder? It felt like... know what to say. Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin truck full of seeds. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition. Wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, it was like young cheese. A young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tinged with the experience on the streets, a green one. Then it must be hard to yell out and shop. Then it must be hard to yell out and shop a stack. Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there in the lot I felt something string in the back of my mind. Chat cheese is great, don't worry about it. To the wire fences of the garage car. By garage car you mean... Mr. Edwards' car, yes. Mr. Edwards? Incidentally, the knife into which the victim has stepped was also Mr. Edwards. Wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw was, you sure it was the defendant? I saw her no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms, ergo, you are a biased witness. Oh, you might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. I believe I've heard the tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. This may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snapped. I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose it's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Crime photos being added. Uh-oh, it's unmistakably Lana Sky. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? He's holding a knife in the right hand. Oh, she wasn't! And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with a knife? As I've earlier said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that's a fine lunch. But, isn't it odd? Look at this photograph. Take a shot every time this game says, look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Ahem. So, Mr. Wright, what's your thoughts? Objection. That'd have to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Oh, yet those are still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. He must have become an alcoholic. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Then how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the Chief Prosecutor's coat? But it's black and white photograph. Ah, well yes, it's hard to tell, but it could be blood. Well, Mr. White, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. White, are you going to just sit down and take that kind of abuse? You got a bed already? Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Oh, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without a pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the Chief Prosecutor's head in the photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would you have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. These gloves do seem to be tell of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, I just do your testimony. The murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. Damn the smugness of these people. Whether shows us in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves. The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind of used for autopsies. In other words, when the Chief Prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned, it was a premeditated crime. Impressive. I'm sorry you took give the false Miss Star. This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I can't think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. White. We can make it. You said it before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep her ass cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panic next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that. There's like one option that I probably skipped over because I immediately presented the photo. Oh. Damn, which ones did I press? That's all in a second. I need to check something. Traces of victims, but no prints. That actually... No, that's bad, because that would prove them correct. That would prove them correct. I'm gonna save here. What do you mean, trail former? What do you mean, former? You want to look? Okay, no. did I press this one? That was the question. Garage car, you mean? Mr. Edward's car. Indeed it was. Okay, never mind. What was this one? Witness, you do know what this is? I mean, I was thinking, like, it's probably, like, I'm not sure if it's going to be that one because, like it said, there's, like, no fingerprints on there. And it would only, like, confirm that she was wearing gloves there. You know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. It's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edward's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there. The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, your prosecutors bad people. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness prove an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated Elena Sky had planned the murder, and that's why she was wearing the special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves seem to indicate planning. However, why would she not also prevent the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh. The knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. He's got the point. Whoa. Order, order, order. Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. This is as good as free. Alright. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you aren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the wall premeditated theory. Ha! Prosecution could care less if it was a premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is the lunch lady over there. The defendant Lana Sky murdered a detective with a knife. That's the only thing the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, what would she have been wearing? I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. The witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you! My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now. Angel's deduction. Lana Sky intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife again and again. Angel seduction, you say? No. That's probably the name of a hentai somewhere. Don't worry about it. That's not what we're talking about here. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So, if I ordered a pizza, doesn't mean I'm planning on killing the delivery boy. In any case, the defendant may now cross-examine the witness. Like how we just went in any case over there. A naughty bird? Why, do you have any proof of that? You've said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie. I believe what you just said was mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try to not interrupt her again. Rookie. Never interrupt the storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked, alright, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on the feet. Now why did you try to believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Her action speaks for himself. How else would you know what hentai titles look like? Well... you got me there, I guess. Her actions speak for themselves. This bridge got the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. You have no proof that Miss Sky called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. Mr. Wedgwood, thoughts? There is no record of a call made on the defendant Miss Lana Sky's phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on, you could have tried public phone first at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness? Why do you think it was a suspect who summoned the victim today? Because this fits my narrative. What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because you didn't have a grudge. Okay. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See? We agreed there was a lunchbox here, but you don't know what's inside. What is this? Schrodinger's lunchbox? A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree? I get it. That's why most lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. You suspected a grudge against Detective Goodman. Really tell us your basis for thinking this. It's simple. Nothing could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. No, it was a single stab wound. This doesn't check. A human machine? That's a contradiction. Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Note to self, Mr. Edward's sigh smells like citrus fruit. How can you smell it over there? You say again and again. How many times did you stab him exactly? We often say chop into 1,000 pieces, but it don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? How come she's getting mad at me? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people. Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know. Miss Stars turns out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. The short wick burns out the fastest, this is a scientific fact. I wonder, would independence inside of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick and it'll burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. It was the one knife wound, yeah. Let me take a drink while I present this. You say she stabbed him again and again. But you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. My muscle surprise. Oh come on, Chris would eat it in one go. Don't worry about it. I'm afraid the muscle's growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this. But take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Ah, you're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk. He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed. Well, witness. So you got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such a mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife and told us how blood at her breast. Splattered blood from a victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. This woman. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. What? A red muffler? Yeah, it's like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. Shows you can easily be hanged at the moment's notice, I suppose. She's right. Well, that's rather macabre. This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait. Isn't it all that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. Adult baby judge, got it. A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. I ain't seeing shit on this picture, lady. Like, I don't know what you're on about. I also don't see the scarf here, so... What? However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance. Just for what, I wonder? Miss Starr turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenge her own abilities as a detective really set her off. Oh wait, we already had this discussion. Picture, this is a flashback, you can't see mine. God damn it. My psychic abilities tell me that there was no scarf in that flashback when it happened. Let me check this. Yeah. No. Psychic power is unscientific, don't worry about it. It's called bird sense. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself. With this photograph. Huh? But that can't be. Only a professional lynch lady would so be utterly clueless. Congratulations! Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. And yet Mr. Redford prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there, a scarf. No, not that. It's something red. Really? Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness, continuing your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. Most important part? The part where your sister stabbed the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the petition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. What are you, Borg? You're quite determined about the scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's not how the saying goes. Whatever. That's me, Angel Star. It wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra's kind of a snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright isn't weak against poisonous snake bites. Chad, I like that face she's making. It's like, actually... The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but Ellie. A predator did this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. Very well, Mr. White. Your cross-examination, if you will. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the petition off to her side. So, where is this petition on the floor plans? I'm sure she missed this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? Quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. You're a lynch lady, you have no powers to arrest her. You say quickly, very close to the suspect. As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details. Oh, wait, no. How far away was she when I witnessed the murder? I guess that you should look at the picture to find out. Very well, you may continue your testimony. I want to press her though. I like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. The Lynchland car was... She was visited when she was parked in the B block. 6 feet, I'm trying to summon a van. I think I'll need more than 6 feet for him. So you witnessed the murder from here. It will make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there's a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing. The cop-up queen, lynched Lady Atlee, the lead. Indeed. It would have taken her a lifetime, a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have got to my sister that fast. Yeah, the fence was about 9 feet high too. See, we're getting closer. That's 15 feet total. That might just summon Van. So how did Miss Kindle get away? Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, I would have told you on my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, I heard it all I heard you say was the word muffler. Just that one word. So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on the phone. The phone? She can't mean... Ask further. By phone do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory... is like a salmon, heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car. There was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order, and so she used the cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should of course add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. The muffler was overheard during a call made at Emma at 5:18. She mentioned the muffler. Okay. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing. I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stepped the victim and ran behind the petition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled out her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time he climbed over the chain link fence. Then when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. Don't you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? Chief prosecutor made to escape as saying to Star resistance is futile. She made to escape. Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard in a pate of foie gras. Huh? She even kicked over an old drum at me. An oil drum. There was an old drum lying on the side of the scene of the crime. But it's strange. What's that? If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? The other... Ah, the parking lot entrance. That's right. It doesn't make any sense that you would run from behind the petition to the old drums. Excellent! More mysteries! I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So Miss Guy tried to run. I'm sorry, my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But you didn't do it. You have to believe me. Okay, so there was something with the, What's something with this? I know, present this. Nope. Is this really prosecution for defense attorney or both versus witness at this point? It kind of feels like it, doesn't it? It kind of feels like it. What do I have? This is not applicable quite yet. Nice. Honestly not entirely sure here. I'm honestly not entirely sure here. I mean, you couldn't see it because it's behind a wall. Yeah. Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Layla Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, I would have thought that you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor. You, Wu, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's take a look at the full plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you can't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency phone was on the back side of this petition. If indeed you were on B block, you couldn't have seen it. Order. What's the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. This is where the counterattack begins. Can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... Oh shit. Oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck. I mean, what she saw because she couldn't have seen it. She lied about what she saw. In other words, she didn't see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It does seem hard to imagine that she could have. Very logical. Hello there. What's the matter, sir? Can't get your lunchbox? Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory. But why would Miss Star lie like that? Why would you say that my sister had to try to use the phone but failed? It doesn't make any sense. Why lie about something so insignificant? Oh, dang, she's right. I mean, maybe she really did try to use her the emergency phone. I see no room for doubt there. You ordered the patooey on the rise, right? Mr. Wright, and I thought you had something there. Darn. This guy tried to use an emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would have been pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location. You have a smart bird to solve this case? You think I'm smart? I hope you're not talking about me, but I hope you're talking about Mr. Phoenix Wright himself, right? He's also a bird. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I've heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Star witnessed the crime was here. Oh no. Security room? This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room. Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. But then how did she get the photograph if she was up there? She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There were many other places where she could have seen the phone. Well, in this case, Your Honor. The witness not being part of the prosecutor's office couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen a crime on the back of the petition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr. How many years have I been getting the better of men? Do you think that the tables could be turned? Today a man has got the better of Angel Star. Order, order. Witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective, you should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty. Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh. She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells it all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands. It still stands. I disagree with that, Mr. Redruth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So, tell us what the reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Star witnessed a crime from the security guard station. But she lied when she said it's up on B block. Must make a vital difference, but what? What could change? I mean the angle, obviously, but is it what we're looking for here? Why, the angle at which you saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, security guard station is on the second floor, and she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime. And this is important why, I'm talking about my ass, Your Honor. Perhaps you'd like to reconsider, Mr. White. I would like to reconsider. The difference in lightning? I'm honestly not sure if it's that. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. White. But one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the gas station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what you could see. I mean, she would see it from behind. What you saw is not in question here. But matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Star, you witnessed a crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take for you to go there? To the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Oh, witness. Yo. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? That just looks like a bunch of elastic bands on a box of rice. Or rubber bands, rather. The quality of our lunches has gone down from low to inedible. I was bringing up a peanut butter and jelly lunch with my fresh rosenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed a crime from the glass wall station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running to our scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Alright. It's quite a walk around. And that's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block. It's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? I also find that to be a little bit too long, honestly, but hey. This thing changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point. And the spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh. Mr. White, you have to do something. Do you have any evidence to stop this? Raise an objection, sit back and observe. Sit back and observe. I think I need more evidence before I can stick my spork in this mess. Woo! Caviar! Oh, how it makes my eyes tingle. Mr. Wright. No evidence can win against the raw power of caviar as a scientific fact. The only thing that's left is your strong presence and your depth power of deduction. Let's screw the lid back on those overpriced fish eggs. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest? Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into nuts, rookie. Oh, it says that, take care. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong ID. I didn't kill anyone! But you have the instincts of a killer. You wouldn't run. But this time it was different. Miss Kydal at the scene of the crime. She had even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. He's got a point. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Damn it, Judge. I mean, it's reasonable to think like that. Mr. Edgewood is the next witness ready to go. Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it. We screwed the can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist on me off. You would be thinking that he was the murderer. I mean, I guess. I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? This is another one of her trick's lunchboxes. My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Is this your Jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple deck! She's just bribing the judge with food constantly. Out of deference for the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. She's going to pull out of a lunchbox this time. Now what? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoes. Did I not bring this up? 3 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was of course the victim's. And the other blood type, measured on the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. How have you never heard about this before? What? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And? You had a blood test performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. The amount of boyfriends keeps increasing. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know that the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Mr. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Oh, he just looks smug. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. We could at least study some more evidence law, really. Well, the prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that his evidence satisfied his first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against your witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are probably judged? White and Amel's shoe bears traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Sky. Very well, Mr. White, you may cross-examine the witness. How about the second rule? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I was looking at the crime scene. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, after 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsifies evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This is when a suspect is admitting she did it. But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with. And you found a shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if that would happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. And I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did. 2 drops of blood were found on the shoe, one was the ghost of the victims. So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you'll need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. And she got away with a little coup because of she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And the blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman? As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. And all the blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. You can't say that for sure that it belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie. Well, speak up. Blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. And B negative. However, you can't just tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types of all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow type any sample of blood like as one person. Or so I hear. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there was very little doubt it could be anyone's but Miss Lana Sky's. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. It ties it directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. Can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? He's right, the lunchboxes are getting worse. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like kind. She's enough hot water to make it a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or do not have a problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with this victim's shoe? There's a problem. I don't know what the problem is, but I'm not imagining things. I say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's see what Mr. Wright has to say. Why this contradiction about the victim's shoe? Show us a problem with this evidence. Uh-oh. If he was in the trunk, why would there be blood on the bottom of the shoe? I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of his shoe. Don't mess at me, rookie. Gotta be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. And indeed, there's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense, the victim was stabbed with a knife. There could possibly be a contradiction area about blood on the bottom of his shoe. I mean, I guess he was laying in a trunk, so it wouldn't make much sense that it would be... I guess? I don't know. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Right at the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? I mean, I guess that works. Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about the shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. And then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order. Well, witness. What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh. That's true, there has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? I wish I could waggle my finger like that. Maybe a little bit. I see, now I get it. Guess what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. We've got some very funny word language in this case so far. Hoodwinked, hootenanny. But she slipped. There's one vital hint of the truth in the testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. Chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly, if proud it is when a leopard woman roar. I don't have to read out the roar. Why do I do that? I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. You apparently have not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the old room empty? The old room kicked over by the chief prosecutor. It was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over the old room for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her... to erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. Ah. That ties things up like quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie quite clearly to the murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the old room to erase the telltale signs. Alright, that's the prosecutor's speciality, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe. Well, I see no reason for to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please! What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she's tried to conceal it. But... enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. With Angel Stars on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. This court's found the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Little girl, what did you just say? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister had evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well... I thought you had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Got another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me of something else. The time for deliberations has passed. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt for court. The threat don't scare the copper queen. Look at this! A photograph? Just in case someone had a goal to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in the photo. Hey, it's clearly Rat. Erasing last trace of the dog from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew you couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right, why not? Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself off the asphalt, take another good look. Don't give up, not until the bitter end. And this is the last piece of evidence. Very well, this time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? I can't hand down my verdicts and can I have my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph. Every single time. And can't you see the song playing? The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until I give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, Wright, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there was a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court what the problem is in this photograph. I don't know, the shoe is not on the, I don't know. Well, it's probably it, don't you think? As you're older, Mr. Wright, let me give you a piece of advice. When you point at something, at least remember to keep your eyes open. I believe it's strong to say that you know what's falling for your bluffs, Mr. Wright. Open your eyes, Mr. Wright. Think scientifically. Suppose since we've come this far, we could give everything a fair shake. I know. This foot? No. I don't know what I'm looking for. The tail pipe? There's like water in there for some fucking reason. The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I've seen no trace of muffler or scarf at any point in this photograph. A muffler is also a part of the car or motorcycle, Your Honor. We call it a tailpipe. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see, I see. What's this suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does it have to do with this case? Nothing, absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What? Let's see what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us what you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. Oh no. What do you mean? Miss Starr, we'll call your testimony for the court. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's why it had me confused by my earlier testimony. Muffler? Ah! Could it be that the muffler you had mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh. Whoa. Well, seems we'll have to suspend the proceedings. Chat. Suspend. Okay, sorry. Sorry, it's the second time today that I use that. I find myself wondering about a piece of cloth. If we leave any questions unanswered, then we do a lot deserves to allow. I'm getting thrown bricks at by one person and the other person says it's funny. Chat, make up your mind. Have the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agree? No, I suppose so. Phew. That was close. But we made it. At least for now. Court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. Oh, sure, break such horrible attempts at humor. See, that's why you were wrong. You think I've got any sort of humor in me. I'm not. I'm just not funny. Don't worry about it. Court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry. This court day is long. Holy shit. This might take longer than 2 streams at this rate. Like, it's already been 2.5 hours. Trial later. Oh no, what do you mean the trial's like divided up into pieces? Oh god. Mr. Wright. Huh? What? Our trial's always like this with you. Like you're swimming up against the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface. It wasn't just me, it was a really long case. I mean, it seems that way. Like, I just hope it doesn't go on for like another hour. Because I wasn't expecting that. Because then I'm gonna have to readjust my schedule for the week, I guess. Because I don't think I will be able to finish it tomorrow if it's going to be that much longer. But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So it's up to your sister anyway. Perhaps you could call it off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with a piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the ones who are starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. Oh boy. To be fair, this game had to pack enough content to justify the purchase for the... Yeah, I guess that is a fair point. Yeah. True. They say you show a red cloth to a bull and it'll fire up its temper. That's what he told me when I was a young one, at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come to take a look-see at how the trail's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home range locked down tighter than the fort in enemy territory. Not hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there, anyway? All the plays I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about all the people, compadre? You could be worrying about your chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. Bill's is angry at Red is angry at waving her fluff. Yeah, that's also true. You don't say! No, that doesn't... no, don't that just beat all. I've seen the red breeze blow her slender neck many a time. I saw her that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At your award ceremony that afternoon, Edward's seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go around the whale. Dumb as hell. Yeah, I have a bad feeling about this. So, where are we swimming now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Oh, wee! I was about to say mud, but sure. I don't want to be swimming in steak sauce. It doesn't sound very appetizing. I'd like to resume? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. There's something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it's time to continue on with this trial. During our recess, I've requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. It seems the prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock. Who's there? Who the fuck are you? What's with this guy? A strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Feel like the problem is more getting steak sauce in the office and repaid. Pretty sure vinegar is involved in this production. Yeah. Let's not think too much about that. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? Jew! Woo! Well? Sorry I'm late, OG. The works went back, it's just me. Long time to see, eh, OG? How have you been? Swim much these days? Oh, we're talking about swimming again. Ah, hello! No, I've been so busy. Busy smizzy, OG, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. OG seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. I'm sorry, but who are you? Aha! So you're Wright, the attorney. I've heard good things about your son. Thanks? Sorry about a little Worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little Worthy? Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of the police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. I can't say I've ever seen this guy before. Name's Gant, Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do you owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fella. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, it's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. And when the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But I think it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. A little Worthy scar, no less. How's that? It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Redruff? How could you miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigation is this lax, then how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Oh, didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking the signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime I had... Yet you had in the class because you got an award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah. The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at this blade of the knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all I have to do is push the switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. White, I wouldn't be able to point my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. No, it's going automatically again. Oh, don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And a dark red stain. Blood? Found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. SL9. Oh boy, it's an overall case, isn't it? This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? about the split between the prosecutors and the police. And this knife. Sure thing, not a problem, not even a little one, really. Oh boy, I have to deal with this guy. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there is evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. It was a bad day for the department. We went in any ship to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Strange coincidence, eh? Still officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush information, Urgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order. Anyway, we at the department are all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well, however. Keep your questions focused on the case at hand. I mean, he isn't even a witness, so why are we cross-investigating him? This knife is special, but I can't say how. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Why this special thing? Read this little tag. Oh, sorry, Writer, but I can't say that now, not that. We have established that the knife at Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? It's quite a mystery. And unlike a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. Well, that's was evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. This knife was found in the crime scene, on the scene of a crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on in the department that I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Rido. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine the knife while we can, Rido. Ever since something this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting a piece of evidence that had to be simple all the time. So how are things done in the department? Something happens at the police department too, huh? You've got a cool look in your eyes. There, Ryder, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So something did happen, and why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy with all that Lena's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department today? The detective was killed. On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, OG? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrators? Do you have any suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there are still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Rido. I suppose I could help, if you help me by giving my date on your case. Oh, good one, to get sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. So, when did the murder at the police department occur? Now that's a sharp question, Ryder, very sharp. Well, my boy, you're going to love this. Time of the crime. Oh. I guess that's the one question to ask there. Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing with a knife. A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit we're cooking now. But you know, it's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There are more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. Seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. I like how he says I'm only going to answer one question, but actually, he doesn't. Where was the victim found? So tell me, where was the victim found? I can't speak on where the corpse is found, but I can say that the crime took place in the evidence room of the police department. The evidence room? You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Wright? Can't say I've heard of it. I guess you should ask again once there a bit more about this evidence room. There's something strange about this place and where the body was found. Five 5:15, but that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there was a 0.0001% chance of that happening. Chief of Cops, please tell me more about the incident. It's not officially linked to this case here, so I can't really talk much about it. How can you say there was no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand? Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. Two detectives were killed at 5:15, one in the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. It can't be coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? I better check this knife out. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Excuse me, special? Oh wait, no. We went over this. Needed to go, we went over that. Just a tag, huh? It's a small tag on the knife. It says S on line 2. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DL6. Maybe it's a case number. That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on the tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. Do I sure don't like the last thing? I guess it's fair to assume that every time we're going to see like a thing like trial later, that means that it's going to be split in two. Okay, it's not there. It's not that one. I might be presenting the wrong thing. No. Yeah, sleuth. There you go. That was the wrong one. Wait a second. Ah, lost and lost to Goodness objection. This knife. This has to be something to do with. This has to do something with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Ah, lost to Goodness. What do you mean from Edgy? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 67S 12-2? Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around, what do you get? Aha! Whoever wrote this note is holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing as written on the knife stack. Order, order. Battle Chief. Oh well. I guess it gets out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife has evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. It was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. Oh. Right, no. Didn't do anything new. Fuck. Yeah, statement tree changed, yeah. Wait, was it? 1, 2. Oh, the knife section, that's not statement tree. This is a case was stolen from the department room. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. So it was evidence, you say? Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, little Irby. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edward's car. I think there isn't a connection there. No, that doesn't really change much now, does it? No, that doesn't matter. Chat, it's been about 3 hours of this, my brain is fried. I don't even think I'm going to make it to the second investigation at this rate. Ooh. Like right, we learned that it was evidence, but it doesn't really present anything else. Okay, this doesn't do anything more either. Oh, Gandhi's a sexy fuck, I bet that's how you win. I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to work. very professional. Can you say that there was no connection? Now, because I'm the chief police, you can just pay anything you want in the stand. Maybe there's something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, it better be to that knife, it was doing in there. Better check this knife out. I already checked the knife out, didn't I? Is there nothing else to find on the knife? I mean, I feel like I need to present something here, but... like, I've shown the ticket and I've shown the knife, and neither of them does anything. Because the knife being found on the place of the murder would assume that they are linked, but... is there something else in the knife in the memo that I should link here? I got no ID, chat. I got no ID. Binding evidence isn't a... I didn't even know that was a thing. I don't think this thing has like anything to do with anything. Some official links, I guess I can know. Try testimony cycling. Are you going through this? Yeah, I've had. Do much to begin with. Go past the last statement twice. Detectives were killed at 5:15. One of the police department. There can be coincidence. That knife. What's it doing there? I'd better check this knife out. There's nothing to check out on the knife anymore. I mean, it changed this thing, but it doesn't really... This knife was stolen, yes, on the day of the murder. Members from the case are long since solved, so this knife is still on the day of the murder, just found in the exhaust pipe. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Yeah, but when I like presented the knife again, like the moment he says there aren't any connections. I don't fucking know, chat. I have no idea what I'm doing here. It's hard to think that they are linked by the fact that it's found in a tailpipe. But no. Present a knife and nothing happens. Present a note and nothing happens. Present a tailpipe? I don't have the tailpipe photo. Is the thing. I never got that. Yeah, otherwise I would have told him that a long time ago, but I don't have it, so... Like I would be, but yeah, I would be in the tailpipe then. I'm just gonna look up a guide, chat. I still have that guide open from last time, so just give me a second. Oh. It's still scrolling when I scroll there. Great. Oh god, this is one very fucking long investigation. Like I'm in the 3rd section of 10 total. Oh no. Oh, I won't be able to finish this case tomorrow whatsoever, will I? Yeesh. Don't pay attention to that. Where the fuck am I? Grant revises the first statement in his testimony and the second statement is removed. This knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen in the department's evidence room. If you press this revised statement, it's not required, you will find out the knife is stolen on the day of the murder and happens to be the murder of the Long-Souled Cave. Press Grant's 3rd statement, previously the 4th statement. Who killed the detective? What? What do you mean? That's the 3rd one, yeah. On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. It's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, OG? But lost for words. Do you have a suspect? We've just arrested him, in fact. Still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help. Skid is sharp. Here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. So tell me, where was the victim found? Can't speak when the murder corpse was found, but I can say that the crime took place in the department evidence room. The evidence room? Wait a second, I've heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he just mention it in his testimony now? What the fuck? This knife is evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. Yeah, we've already fucking known that there was a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go down on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally got some leverage. Now we can get Kent to testify about the details. No, not this again. I swear to God, if I present a knife now and it is like, ah yes, they're linked. I'll be very fucking upset because I've been trying to link this the entire fucking time but the game didn't let me. No, never mind, I'm still wrong here. Fuck it, what does the guide say? I'm tired of this, it's been 3 fucking hours. I'll cooperate, mate. Westcon's 5th statement, previously in the 6th, has already proven that the two cases are indeed connected, but now they're also connected by the evidence room. What? No, I don't want to see this again. No! What the hell is happening upstairs? Oh, god damn it! I really wish this was just like a selectable list of text dialogue instead of having to scroll through this every time. Chief, the defense position is simply this. Connection between these cases has already been proven. Huh, you don't say. Well, out with it, Wright. What's your connection? Yeah, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. And I found in the lot is stolen. From the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number of the case of the knives of evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be coincidence. What a convoluted mess of pressing the right dialogue options in sequence is this? Jesus. You two make a good pair. It took my man 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Like, the thing is, the solution was already like, yes, I figured out that the knife is connected to it. But it's like, oh no, you need to go through 2 different dialogue options before you can actually go through it again, and then instead of presenting it, you actually needed to press them again. Christ. It's kind of convoluted. Chief, I request that you release the information of the victim of the police department. I see. Oh, see, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information? Unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim of the department, okay? You're going to tell us a little while, tell us everything. Oh well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, guess I might as well try and get what I can out of him. I got a sneaking suspicion it's this because we got the ID card with a number on it. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell me this from that. Of course not! You won't tell me their name after all. Keep a tight lid on ID numbers so don't get getting your hopes up. The number is... Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these, it drives me nuts. H2. No, I can't do it. Didn't even get the first number right. Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number on the victim of the police department. This tells me nothing, this tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It doesn't be what I think it is. But what does this mean? This means like what I said about 2 hours ago, that the victim got murdered somewhere else and got put in the trunk. Or some shit like that. Well, let's see what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department. Tells you something. What does it tell you? Witness? What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, I got confused. And this is news? Hmm? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. The police department, prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered one at a time. At one time. Actually, I happen to have the police ID number here. Oh, is this yours? No, Your Honor. I'm defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Wright, though. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is... yeah, the same. And? This means... what exactly? Huh? Wait. That ID number we heard from the chief earlier. It started with H2. Wait, I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right again. The number the chief of the police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second. Right. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Ho ho ho! Sharp as a tack, Righto, sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what are we saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, in a completely different location. Order, order, order. Chief, what does this mean? No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's a top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now just wait a second, Worthy, no need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? On the oversight, a grave error? Mr. Edgeworth. They're yours. What? How? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Oh, Mr. Wright. Where have you heard that name before? Wait, aha. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Now you told him to piss off. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Yeah. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. Rude. In any case, this is a serious error, of course, negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then we would have wasted an entire fucking day interviewing the lunchbox lady. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy? What? Now what was the second rule of evidence law? Come, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, rule number 2. Unregistered evidence present must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until the connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over there. Good job, Wright, my boy. Huh? I should do my job? No. No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, but with all these rumors. You're even in the defendant's charges this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I'll do. You better get results this time. Really? You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Whiteworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this series in the history of the court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Whiteworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned. Christ, and the entire day was just like a bloody waste. Eesh. It's 3 hours of my life I'm not getting back. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at this for today. I would have loved to do the investigation, but I've got no fucking idea how long that is going to be. We've already been going for 3 hours now. At least it's only a due-date trial. Are you sure about that? We've gone up to 4 in this game. Actually, I can check this because I got the guide open and it has chapters. Yeah, this goes to day 4. This goes to day 4. Jeez. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to finish this. Oops, don't open that. I'm not sure there's time you can get it back though. Did I save? I'm pretty sure I saved. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to finish this tomorrow then if it's still that much left. That's the problem here. And I wanted to stop earlier tomorrow too, which is why I'm going this long today, but hey. It's kind of impressive because previously it was always 3 days max, yeah. Especially if they also like cutting the trials into 2 sections here. Christ, this is going to be a long one. The thing is, if I can't finish it tomorrow, I'm not going to play it on Thursday, because on the first part of Thursday I'm away and then Silksong releases. So, yeah. And continuing with this next week would be a little bit weird as well. I guess I'll see how far I get tomorrow. Because we're slightly left here. I guess I'll see how long this takes tomorrow. And worst case worst, I'll just like take a break for dinner and like continue after that. Like I'm not really looking forward to doing that though, but I guess it's a possibility. Well, thank you for following there. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Like I'm tired of 3 hours of this nonsense. I'm kind of upset about that last segment, really. Because I had the answer for it like a long time figured out, but they wanted you to do like 3 extra steps in between before you could even present that, and I had no bloody idea how to get to that point. I just gonna hope that I'm not the only one who was like stumbling on that at some point in time, but hey, who knows. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all tomorrow when I continue this. If not, it will be uploaded on YouTube, so you can check it out there. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.